Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Code 102, aka Aiden, and this is the match reaction to the Burnley vs Manchester United game. The game finished 2-0 for Manchester United. A very, very responsible performance from our lads. Defensively was very well. Burnley was pretty poor today, to be fair, but we took what was put in front of us, and we got what we deserved. Easy win, probably, I would say, for the lads. When it comes to what the squad was, I mean, the squad was only going to be an arguing point if we did draw or lose this game today. But Ollie has proven that the squad worked today. We did get what we deserved. We deserved this win very comfortably. The lineup was something to be worried about. I mean, where was Paul Pogba? Wan-Bissaka didn't play. So yeah, but besides that, I believe that Ollie has proven to us that these smaller teams, we're getting the hang of creating these opportunities. A lot of opportunities today compared to what Burnley produced. We produced a lot more than what they did. We dominated them in nearly every facet. I mean, their set pieces were something to be feared, but I think that at the end of the day, those set pieces were pretty well defended. Some of them came close, but that's when De Gea came and shined through. And overall, we got it, man. That's all that matters. We got it. We got up to 5th. It's the most important thing to make sure that we keep winning these games and get into that top 4. And today was a very important win. And no matter how the opposition was, no matter how poor they were, we had to win the game, and we did. I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. It's like 9 a.m. here. I haven't got much sleep, so we'll go to the what is it called? To the ratings. Yeah. So David De Gea, I think David De Gea gets a 7 from me. A very, very good save during the end of the game. A save that needed to be made. Besides that, didn't really have much to do. Wasn't tested for the whole game, really. And when we needed him, he was there. He did have a pretty bad turnover from a goal kick, but look, I think that's bound to happen with De Gea. I don't think he's the greatest when it comes to passing from the back, and it happens. He got a turnover, but nothing came from it. So overall, can't complain. Gets a 7. Ashley Young, I think Ashley Young was pretty average today. Just he gets a normal 6 from me. He didn't do anything wrong, but he didn't provide any attacking appearance whatsoever. He stuck to his job. He did his job fairly well. A couple of times though, you thought he was just a bit shaky, but he wasn't. He did what he needed to do. He got those clearances, got those fouls. He got a lot of fouls called on him today from the opposition, but he did his job. He gets a 6. Lindelof and Maguire will both get 7s from me. Again, didn't really have anything to do. They handled Wood and Barnes fairly well from Burnley. Of course, the headers was always going to be a big problem, but I think Harry Maguire especially, he took control of the air when he needed to in the most important times, and Lindelof as well. A lot of corners that got cleared away from Lindelof, so fantastic from those two. Both get 7s. Brandon Williams also gets a 7. I, for the life of me, cannot understand how the hell that they called a dive on that foul. I mean, surely, of course, he makes more than what it should be, but come on, man, you guys, that call was ridiculous, bro. That should not be a dive, and that yellow card should not have happened. But he did very well today. I was kind of surprised to see him and Ashley Young play. Of course, squad rotation is important. We have a big squad, and we used it today, and it worked out pretty well. I'm very happy with his performance. He played well, and we can't wait to see more of him in the future. He's a very, very exciting player to watch from the left-back position. Very, very great attacker, got a lot of crosses in. Can go left and right. I mean, he's a very good left-back to have on your team, for sure. Then looking at the CDMs, Fred was again... I don't know what to say, man. Fred was fantastic again. I mean, he didn't have as good as a game as Newcastle, but I think that's like the whole team didn't really have a good game. Of course, we won the game, so our team did have a good game. But like compared to Newcastle, our team did not perform that well. and I think Fred gets a 7.5 from me. I think, or even an 8. Fred was pretty good. He controlled the midfield again. What can you expect from Fred? That's seems to be what he does. He's a midfield master out there. He's taking control of that midfield. It looked like single-handedly at times. I mean, I didn't see much of matches today, but Fred, he did fairly well. Got the ball from back to front fairly quickly. He got some defensive stops. He made some chances, and fantastic, fantastic. That's all I could say about Fred right now. Matic, I think Matic gets a 6. He was pretty average today. I think Matic really suited this game against Burnley because they're not the quickest opposition. And I said in the preview, if Matic was ever going to come back, it should be this game. They're not a quick team at all. They're not really that good on the counter-attack. And it hit his weaknesses. And I think he has pretty big weaknesses at his age and his pace. But today he suited this game very well, and he gets a 6 from me. Didn't do anything majorly wrong, and just when a CDM, if the teams are attacking more, which we were, you're not going to see much of the CDM besides the passes here and there. So it was good performances from our CDMs. Now we go into the camp position. Andreas Pereira, well done on that press and that turnover. That was a very important goal to get on the verge of halftime. And I think just for that alone, he gets an 8 from me. Andreas Pereira, that was a fantastic press, fantastic turnover. It's always good to catch an opposition out like that and make them pay. It's one of the best feelings to score a goal from a mistake from the opposition. Even though Martial finished that goal, it was very clinical. You have to give the credit to Andreas Pereira, and as Martial did, fantastic from Andreas Pereira today. It's a shame that he didn't get to play the full 90, but of course, tired legs. I mean, it is what it is, but fantastic turnover, forcing a turnover there. And now onto our attackers, Dan James. I originally thought, especially in the first half, Dan James did not have a very good first half. But in the second half, he really grew into that game. I mean, he got so many fouls called on him. I'm surprised the guy does not have a broken leg, man. This guy, seriously, every single player tried to foul him today. It's ridiculous. And I think more protection should be covered on him, and it's kind of ridiculous the fouls that they give to him and how no cards are received. He's a very quick lad, so of course collisions are going to happen, but there needs to be more protection on him, and that goes to all players that are really quick. They get heavily fouled all the time, and it's not right. But he got an assist at the end of the game with that. With that goal, he got a very good assist. He drove that ball, he ran, and his pace causes problems. I'm very happy. I think he gets a 7 from me. I don't think he got an 8, but he caused the defense problems all night long, and he deserves that assist. He tried stuff all night. A lot of the stuff didn't work out for him, but the most important thing is the one that did work out and turned out to be a goal. So fantastic play from him. Then we got Marcus Rashford. I think Marcus Rashford gets an 8. He got a lot of corners today. He drove at the defense as well. I think the only reason he gets a better score than Dan James is he didn't really turn the ball over as much as Dan James. But they were fairly similar. They got a lot of corners, and Rashford got a lot of shots off that were blocked. But the most important goal scored the most important possession that he got was that goal. I know it was a slip. It wasn't the best goal to watch, but the fact is, if it goes in, that's all that matters, man. The goal went in. He wrong-footed the keeper, and then he slipped, and he wrong-footed the defender. I mean, it's a lucky goal. Doesn't matter, luck or not. It's a goal. We were going to win the game anyway, but he sealed it for us, and that's all that matters. Congratulations to Marcus Rashford. Anthony Martial, he played a pretty good game. I feel kind of bad that the goal that he got caught fouled on wasn't a goal. I mean, I guess I could see where the referee's coming from. I mean, the arm was extended out, but I didn't think there was much in it. But, you got to protect the defenders as well. It's not fair for the defenders to suffer. If there was a push, I couldn't really tell. I definitely think he deserved a free kick or a penalty when he ran in and the defender just was standing still. That's a stonewall free kick or penalty, wherever it was. I think there should have been something done about that. But at the end of the day, doesn't matter. He got his goal, a beautiful finish. You can expect that from Martial. When he's in front of goal, he's most likely going to finish. Unfortunately, that goal that he did the opportunity that he had he was 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he on his weaker side. That's that's in the situation. You just got to hit the ball, man. You got to hit the ball, hit it sweet. If it's wrong footed, there is a chance that that goes in. I mean, I know it was a good keeper that he was facing today, but you gotta just hit that ball, man. You can't wait. You can't wait. You can't delay it, because at the end, that's exactly what happened. He passes it off to Lingard, and Lingard couldn't get a shot off in time because everybody was running back. I think that Martial should really just shoot that ball, man. Like he's a very confident, driven player. He had that confidence, man. He scored. He had that confidence to go and score again. It didn't work out. There's always next time in that situation. Just hit the ball. Doesn't matter which foot it is. Just hit the ball. And overall, he probably gets an 8 from me from all the opportunities that he created. Unfortunately, only one goal came out of it, but he played very well today. Ollie, when I first saw the team, I thought, what the hell is this? Like, I really thought that this was going to be a bit of a tough game, and it was a bit of a tough game, but Burnley were just so poor. And they made us look better than we were, because we didn't play particularly well, but you have to beat what's there, man. I'm gonna keep saying it. Just because their team doesn't show up doesn't mean that we have to be affected in any sort of way. I mean, it just means that we don't take a lot out of this performance. But again, a smaller team, a team that we should be beating, and we beat them. That's the end of the story right there. This will give us more confidence to go and beat the smaller teams, which seems to be our problem. It's a big problem for us, and if we could beat those smaller teams, why can't we be challenging for top four? Why can't we be challenging for top two? Why can't we be challenging for a championship or any cup competition, really? If we can beat the smaller teams, that seems to be our problem. The big teams, we can do well against the big teams. We've got Arsenal coming up, and I feel like we can get something out of that game. Just like against all these smaller teams, we need to get something out of the game, and hopefully it's a win. We need to start winning more games, because that top four is there for us. And there are teams, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, they're dropping points left, right and centre. And we are too. And we need to make sure that wins like this need to keep happening. We cannot give up easy points. We need to fight for every game. And I'm very happy with the boys today. That rotation, it worked out well. He proved me wrong. I didn't think we were going to do very well. And we did all right, man. And we'll be looking forward for the next one. So I'll give Ollie a 6 out of 10 for his squad, for his lineup, but 8 out of 10 for the management. I mean, we played fairly well today. Anyway, this has been your boy, Code 102. Very happy Manchester United fan right now. A very important win. Looking forward to the next one. I'll see you later. Peace.